Here's your First Warn weather forecast first. Sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Well, it's been vastly colder today, or cooler compared to where we've been the last several days. Temperatures for most staying in the 60s thanks to that cold front passing through, which continues to sink on down to our east and south here this evening. Showers, thunderstorms lining up along that, moving out of the area. Outside of maybe a stray sprinkle or shower through the next hour, conditions will start to dry out and stay dry here as we go through the evening. You may also, too, notice the wind picking up just a bit as that cooler air now begins to settle in. 69 our temperature in Rockford, same thing in Dixon, 68 in Sterling, 65 in Monroe, and we're at 67 degrees in the hub city of Rochelle. As we go through the rest of this evening, temperatures will gradually drop back down into the low 40s overnight. We will clear out our skies and see a return of sunshine for tomorrow, but another quick cold front tomorrow night not only increases the wind, but keeps some of that chill lasting into the weekend when we'll finally start to see those temperatures begin to warm. All coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
A late night shooting damages a downtown business. What District Bar and Grill's owner is now asking of the community.
Plus, heroes on display where you can add your creativity to help recognize Latino leaders and get a head start on Hispanic Heritage Month.
And Hard Rock holds a celebration for its employees. The Rockford Casino marking its first year in the Forest City.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here.
We begin with breaking news tonight. The family of a Rockford pastor says he is now the owner of the former Rockford Memorial Hospital.
This comes after Rockford's mayor was encouraging Mercyhealth's board to properly vet any new buyer. The daughter of Melvin and Sheila Brown posted the couple are now the owners of the former Mercyhealth campus on Rockton Avenue. The healthcare system permanently suspended services at that campus earlier this year. Melvin is a pastor at Kingdom Authority Church. The Post stated they have exciting plans to invest in the community. Now, the Browns have a history with the city. In 2016, the city of Rockford was found liable in a lawsuit brought by the Kingdom Authority Church after Mark Anthony Barmore was shot and killed by police in its basement. Barmore was running from police and ran into the House of Grace daycare. The Brown family sued the city for $4 million. Eyewitness News reached out to the Browns, to Mercyhealth, and the city of Rockford for comment. We have not heard back from any of them, but we're working to get any kind of statement.
Rockford police are investigating a late-night shooting that damaged a downtown business. Officers responded to shots fired outside District Bar and Grill around 11 last night. Several windows in the front door were shattered. In a social media post, the restaurant's owner says several staff members and patrons were inside at the time of the shooting. Police say there were no injuries. The owner says he is cooperating with investigators and encourages anyone with information on the shooting to come forward.
Tonight, a Janesville man who had several previous drunk driving convictions was arrested on suspicion of driving drunk again. Officers attempted to pull over a car near Pearl Street and Mineral Point Avenue in Janesville around 11 last night, but then the car just took off. Officers say they used stop sticks to stop the car. Authorities claim Bradley Skelly was the driver and they arrested him. The results of a blood alcohol test are pending. Skelly has 11 previous drunk driving convictions, according to court records.
The city of Rockford issues a statement on federal plans to expand ICE operations in Chicago. While there's no confirmation of these operations coming to Rockford, the city said on Facebook today that Rockford police follow the Illinois Trust Act and do not participate in ICE raids. The city went on to say they are, quote, committed to ensuring that all residents, regardless of immigration status, can live in safety, free from discrimination, and with the opportunity to thrive. The city also shared a link for everyone in the state to know their rights or to get legal help. An art display at Rockford City Hall honors local Hispanic leaders. Visitors are invited to check out the portraits and even add something to them.
Eyewitness News reporter Tyler Sorensen checked out the portraits. He joins us now. Tyler, how did they look?
Yeah, Mimi, Wendell, they looked amazing. And in total, there are 20 different portraits of different Hispanic leaders. All of them are from the Rockford area. Now, all the artwork are just outlines of the portraits in black and white, with the goal of having the community engage with the artwork by coloring the portraits in, making it so everyone is able to take part in that artwork.
That makes it really exciting to me because I feel creating that engagement makes you not only look at the portraits of them more, but have a hand in it, have a hand in drawing it, have a hand in creating it. So essentially, I'm not the only sole artist. It could be everyone could be an artist involved and have a hand in completing these, because in a way they're not complete. It's only the outline. So it really is a cool idea to have the community come finish the job.
Now, once the portraits are filled in and completed, others will be brought in to start again. Now, the artwork will also be up the entirety of the Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th through October 15th. Wendell.
Tyler, art on display. Thank you very much. A federal rule change could mean home care workers would make less than minimum wage. In 2013, the U.S. Department of Labor implemented a new rule that home care workers who help disabled people, seniors, and sometimes children had to be paid the federal minimum wage or be paid overtime. But for now, the Trump administration has proposed doing away with these protections. Here in Illinois, a minimum wage law signed in 2019 will ensure home care workers are protected from potential federal cuts. But that isn't stopping the Illinois Department of Labor from criticizing this proposal.
It's essentially, again, saying we see their work, we value their work, and then we also don't want the confusion that comes with some of the federal government rollbacks. In Illinois, we try to create a kind of a consistent standard and show the value of the work that they do.
This is just a coalition of opposition right now. No legal action has been taken yet to oppose the rule change.
It's been over a year since the grand opening of Hard Rock Casino Rockford. The casino officially welcomed guests to its permanent location August 29th of last year. Today, Hard Rock hosted a celebration for the nearly 1,000 local staff members. Cheap Trick guitarist Rick Nielsen also made a special appearance. Eyewitness News spoke with the casino's president about what he hopes for in the years to come.
There's a lot of things that we think we did great in year one, and there's always stuff, that we want to do better. And more of, and I think we'll just continue refining our opening year of operations and getting better, and hopefully soon be able to announce some big expansion plans and some new amenities on the horizon.
Since its opening last year, Hard Rock Casino Rockford's attracted around 1.5 million visitors and generated over $8 million in tax revenue for Winnebago County.
You have another slight chance to win a jackpot that's more than $1 billion. Tonight's Powerball prize worth $1.4 billion, the fifth largest in the Powerball gang and the ninth largest jackpot in U.S. history. We spoke with some people about what they would do if they won tonight's big prize.
Traveling all over the world, spending money buying maybe expensive cars, sport cars.
Well, I think I'd call the home network where you can get the lottery dream home and possibly go maybe to Florida.
Take a long vacation and also split it up and give it to my 3 children.
Tonight's drawing is set for 10 p.m. Good luck.
Vice President J.D. Vance visits Minneapolis today.
When we return, the details of his visit 1 week following that deadly mass shooting at the Catholic school.
We've got a fair amount of cloud cover and even a few rain showers. A steady rain in some spots coming down throughout the day today, but those numbers drop back just a touch in the days to follow. Find out how long we'll hang on to this cooler pattern in the First Warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Sports Director Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
The Vice President and the Second Lady were in Minneapolis today paying respects to the victims of the mass shooting at the church at Annunciation Catholic School.
So this comes as Minnesota state leadership considers stricter legislation on gun laws. It is in direct response to that shooting that left 2 children dead and 21 others injured. Rena Roy has the update exactly 1 week since that horrible shooting.
Vice President J.D. Vance and Second Lady Usha Vance touching down in Minneapolis today, a week after the deadly shooting inside the church at Annunciation Catholic School. The couple leaving flowers at a memorial for the victims, observing a moment of silence together, and meeting privately with families who were affected by this tragedy. The visit comes as we see newly released surveillance video obtained by ABC affiliate KSTP. The suspect shown handling a wide variety of firearms at a gun shop just 5 days before the shooting, though the store owner says no weapons from his shop were used in the attack. 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel and 10-year-old Harper Moisky were killed and 21 others were injured, including 11-year-old Genevieve Bissek, who suffered a gunshot wound to the neck.
You know, she went through a lot, but she's looking more and more like herself every day.
The family of 10-year-old Weston Halsney says a bullet fragment was found in his neck.
My friend Victor saved me though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit. He's really brave.
Over the weekend, Mass resumed at Annunciation Catholic Church. The service held in the auditorium, the sanctuary closed.
I've never, in all my years, experienced such an outpouring of love and light and hope.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says he plans to call a special legislative session to consider tougher gun laws in the state, which could include a proposal to ban assault weapons. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Back here in the state line, we saw some rainy weather across parts of the area.
And when we come back, Candace lets us know if there's any more rain in the forecast coming up. We'll be right back.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
We've got a little sunshine here and there throughout the day, but we've been dealing mostly with those clouds and even a few showers, and at some locations some heavier rain for a brief period of time as the cold front continues to work through. We've got plenty of cloud cover overhead as we look live with our SkyTrack camera here this evening up in Beloit. That cold front passing down to the south of us. We did have some showers earlier this morning and early afternoon. Those passing to the south, some additional showers and now even some thunderstorms working downstate into central Illinois. That all out ahead of that cold front that will continue to usher in that cooler air. But behind that, we actually have some dry air moving in, which will kind of break up some of the cloud cover a bit as we go through the night tonight. You might have noticed the wind picking up just a bit both through this afternoon, and that'll continue into the evening. Northwesterly winds now sustained anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour, of some gusts here this evening, close to 20. 69 the temperature in Rockford, cooling off just a bit up to the northwest. 65 in Monroe and Galena, 68 in Dixon, same thing down in Sterling. Our weather watcher Terry, this last hour 68 degrees, but a moisture with that dew point temperature at 60, but the wind now to the northwest, signifying that that cold front has passed through. Our weather watcher Kevin out in Lena, 64, northerly wind at 14 miles per hour, and some of that drier air already moving in, a dew point temperature of 54. So this will allow our numbers tonight to drop down into the low 40s. This morning we woke up to temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s thanks to the cloud cover and that southwesterly wind. Different story tomorrow. It will feel quite a bit cooler tomorrow morning, and we'll be dealing with a breeze tomorrow that'll be sit around 20 miles per hour. So we'll be in and out of the cloud cover here throughout this evening going into the overnight. Notice those cooler numbers for tomorrow, but we should see some sunshine as we head into tomorrow afternoon as the wind turns back around to the west. This will likely keep our temperatures tomorrow in the mid, maybe a couple upper 60s for the afternoon, but it'll be cool and a little breezy out there, but at least we'll have some sunshine. Now cloud cover comes back in tomorrow night. This will be out ahead of a cold front that'll do a couple things Thursday night. It'll increase the wind. Southwesterly wind will gust close to 30 to 35 miles per hour, and that wind will carry over into Friday. So we've got a couple of windy periods here coming up in the short term, but for the most part we stay mainly rain free outside of what we see moving through now, and then a couple of light showers that could come in with that second cold front Thursday night. Most of the rainfall tied in with this is actually going to stay north along an area of low pressure in central and northern Wisconsin. So that's where the bulk of that precipitation will come down during the overnight hours Thursday. We might see a couple of light showers line up along that right around midnight or so, and then drying things out and holding on to that breezy wind there as we head into Friday. And the cooler temperatures too, a bit more of a mix of sun and clouds, but eventually high pressure begins to move in for the weekend, and that'll provide us with a gradual warming trend, but even the weekend temperature is still on the cooler side. So 64 degrees on Friday, 65 on Saturday. Won't be until we get towards next week that we'll actually start to see those numbers warm. So this is what the next 7 days looks like. We've got, as I mentioned, that high pressure system moving in, helps to dry us out, and outside of the rain we had earlier today and that small chance tomorrow night, actually actually, things are looking pretty dry. We may even make a run for the upper 70s, perhaps even close to that 80-degree mark towards the end of next week.
Thank you, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports.
The Cubs have lost one of their top players just as they're making a run at the Brewers. Scott has the update.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
Just when the Cubs have begun to put some pressure on the Brewers again, they have lost Kyle Tucker. Not for long, most likely, but for a few days at least. He's dealing with tightness in the calf of one of his legs. He had to come out of the Cubs games last night against the Braves because of it. That was after hitting his 22nd home run, a 3-run shot. And Tucker was just finding his groove again after dealing with a finger injury the last couple months.
No specific incident where it happened. He was a little sore before the game today, and just as the game went on, he just got gradually a little more sore, and so wanted to be just cautious at this point. And you know, we're going to use the day and the off day tomorrow to see where we're at. But you know, we'll see where he's at Friday. Yeah.
Cubs will try for a series sweep of the Braves tonight. A red-hot Cade Horton will pitch. His ERA over his last 10 outings is under 2. Caleb Williams will be under the microscope all season for the Bears, and that starts this Monday night with the Bears opener against the Vikings. Williams will try to get off on the right foot against the Vikings defense that should once again be one of the best in the NFL. Williams says he has a much better grasp of things now than he did last year.
Even just sitting in, some of the meetings, this year and even today, and going through our first game week and just understanding, things that I may not have understood last year, whether it's defenses, whether it's offense, whether it's just, scheme and offense or defense. I think I've taken a step in that.
You can catch the Vikings-Bears game here on WTVO Monday night. The coverage begins at 7 o'clock. Hey, you still have time to vote in our Overtime Athlete of the Week contest for high school football. Athlete of the Week is brought to you by McCloskey, Kessler & Associates. And this week, our finalists are Harlem quarterback Braxton Fawcett, Rochelle running back Dylan Manning, Oregon running back Cooper Johnson, and Lena Winslow running back Alex Schlichting. You can read about their accomplishments in Week 1 on our website, mystateline.com, and then cast your vote. The poll will remain open until noon Friday. I'll announce the winner Friday night on Overtime. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, it felt a little more fall-like out there today.
Did.
It was damp with the rain for sure.
Yeah, and it's gotten a little breezy too, and those winds will continue through the evening. But for the rainfall, for some areas you got a little more kind of heavy rain. It was kind of isolated in a couple of spots, but other locations didn't pick up much, if any. So, and after tonight and then late Thursday night, things actually look pretty dry here. We kind of get in this drier stretch and warmer temperatures too. Tonight, the numbers will drop down into the low to mid 40s, 66 for tomorrow, 64 on Friday. Now, Thursday night into Friday, it gets pretty windy, so we could have some stronger wind gusts there Friday morning, and then warming back through the 70s next week.
Thank you, Candace.
And thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 6.